so it's still nasty. I washed it a few weeks ago, like washed the whole car. Well, maybe actually it's been more than a few weeks ago. It wasn't super nasty until I parked in some gravel parking lots. Oh, also I parked somewhere the other day and got sticky stuff all over my car, like parked under a tree. That's part of the whole car is kind of nasty. Oh, I should plug my phone in. going across the lake here, across the bridge. And this is the same bridge that I stood on when I watched Blue Angels. I was just on the bike path right here to the right. Man, the whole interstate backed up going the other way, all the way across the bridge. Pretty crazy. Well, now this is back to Boston. I've never gone over here on a Friday this late. It didn't look like it'd be too backed up, just like maybe 5 extra minutes, according to Google Maps. So hopefully this doesn't stop too bad. Yeah, I think this part of the interstate's cool. Both sides of the lake, you go through tunnels. Like I went through a tunnel and then came out and went across the bridge, and then here you just drive into the hill, go through another tunnel. It's like pretty steep on both sides, so it's like tunnels for the interstate going from like lake level up to the top of the hill. I don't actually know if there's decent cell service in the tunnels or not. I guess if it dies, I'll be back on the other side. Alright, I guess that answers my question. There's no cell service in the tunnel. Or at least no upload. driving it. I don't really like driving in traffic either. I've been driving Barrel to work so much though, I've gotten really used to driving through traffic. This over here is actually way less annoying to drive in than 405 traffic. Somehow. I think people in Seattle know how to drive better than people on the east side. We just about made it. Got off the interstate. Ooh, Wyoming truck in front of me. I don't ever see Wyoming vehicles here. I figured I would stream on the way up here because I thought it was nice going through. I always think it's cool going across the lake on the interstate, and others. Well, actually, never mind. That's fully parking. There might not be any parking here. I was about to say that was a lot, but it's only those spaces. I always think that's cool going across the lake and then going through downtown. I figured it might be fun to watch. There's some kind of event going on here. So that's why this parking lot is so full. I looked out. There's there's actually 2 spaces. Never mind. But still. Some catering place here. That's funky. Well, it looks like the visitor center and stuff is still open also. They just also have an event going on. Alright, we made it. Guess I enjoyed the bridge ride. Cool. Oh, it's not my phone stopped reading, it just stopped sending sound. Wait. Is it because I have two things hooked up to my headphones? Alright, let me turn Bluetooth off on my iPhone. Because it's connected and I don't need it connected. There we go. That should fix it. And now it's working. Yes. Look real quick. It's not using my modem for some reason. Should I plug it up? There, it's really struggling here. The belt box is running. Modem says it's connected. It could just be that it didn't get Wi-Fi. I'll restart it real quick. Oh yeah, now it's working, cool. Oh, it's getting a little bit of service here also, so it'll up until I walk somewhere with better internet. Alright.
Recording stopped.
Alright, give me just a minute and I'll get the phone. Battery back out and charge the phone. Alrighty. I'm ready to walk around. I think I'm gonna walk out to the lake first. I like that walk. And then I'll go walk around the garden. The lake will be, I'm just thinking also more blinding when it gets closer to sunset. Those strange noises that one person is making. Oh, one little guy is going down here. It'd be kind of fun to, there's a place where you can like put in a kayak, but right now it's so low you'd have to go do some real mud bogging to get to the water. kayak canoe access. No access, stay 100 feet from construction. Oh, so they don't want you going under the bridge. Or under the bridge on this side and down that way. I guess so you don't get stuff dropped on you with them during construction. Which is, oh, actually right there. That's why they have that. Because if you, they don't want you kayaking there and then going under the bridge to get over to the rest of the lake. It is crowded here today. I hear another large group of joggers. I guess this is a nice day, so.
You're too old for this, buddy.
It's already been cooling down. Like yesterday I have a 64, which was like the coolest day it's been so far. Kind of a forecast, which you never know. Further than like the next day, it's really not accurate sometimes. It looked like it's gonna a couple more days of it being in the 70s and then mostly in the 60s, and then next week is supposed to rain for like 4 days. So it's supposed to be nice today and tomorrow and Sunday, and then I think be like lower mid 60s and rainy for 4 days, and then a couple sunny and upper 60s days, or maybe a few. I think most of next week, or most of like next weekend's supposed to be nice. And then I think the next week is when it's supposed to cool off and start getting where the highs are in the 50s. Looked like there'd be a few more weeks of some sun and some rain before it gets where it's like either rainy or cloudy every day. And like that's usually what I call when winter starts, and it's usually like really extreme. Like there'll be a lot of nice days like today and stuff, and then it'll be like just one day, like it'll be in the 60s and 70s, and at least the last 2 years, or actually I think every winter. Let's see, I've been up here for 3 other winters, and 2 of them were like that. It was like in the 60s and 70s and stuff, and mostly not rainy. And then all of a sudden, like 1 week, it just cooled off where it was like highs in the 50s and more rainy, and then just stayed like that or colder. Like it seems like usually the first week that it cools off where the highs are down in the 50s, then it never goes back up to the 60s and stuff hardly. It just kind of gets cold and then slowly gets colder, like the whole winter. So I guess it's already cooled off, cooler than like summer temperatures last few weeks, and then maybe a few more weeks of fall, and it'll be more like what I call winter. Oh, a lot of birds over there making all kinds of noises. And a helicopter flying over. I don't see it. Oh, nice. Yeah, it had been in the 70s and 80s here pretty much every day until the last like 2 weeks. There's been some days with the highs in the like 60s, like mid or upper 60s. That was one day, I think, last week when it still got up into the 80s. And every other day was like 70s. Yeah, they're already changing. There's not that many changing here, it seems like. On the way here, before I started streaming, I drove by some really, really pretty leaves. But they're definitely already changing up in the mountains. I think on the east side they're changing more. They don't seem to be changing over here in Seattle yet. Don't really know why, or not as much. But like this garden should be really nice in a couple weeks. This bridge is cool. I always just think it's cool looking down the bridge. Yeah, I was thinking about trying to go up there one day. It's been smoky most of the days because there's a big fire burning up there near it, I think, or maybe in the park. But like, it's not too smoky at all today. Like, you can see it's not smoky at all. It's like maybe a little hazy, but not too hazy. Like, you can actually see the mountains over there pretty well. But also the whole drive to North Cascade, like that drive that's really nice. Probably all the leaves there are already changing, even down in the valleys. Rainier would probably be nice also.
Neighbor. I had planned on trying to go bike riding today,
and go up into the mountains, and we could see more of the leaves and go up into the mountains before. There's only a few more days where the highs are up in the 70s, and most of the days when it's in the 60s here, the highs are down in the 50s up there, which is, I mean, not cold, but like I'd rather go up there when it's up in the 60s. But my legs are still sore from doing so many squats a few days ago playing Beat Saber. Like, I've been sore for 3 days now. At least today I can move. Yesterday I would like sit down in the car for like 30 minutes and like I couldn't get up out of the car. Like, I had to like drag myself out of the car with my arms because my legs were unfunctional. They'd get stiff and they wouldn't move, they wouldn't work anymore. I still thought about going bike riding today, but I think it would kind of overdo them a little bit. The last time I came here was in the spring, and it's still been raining quite a bit, and I didn't go out this trail because even up there it had gotten so muddy. Maybe I did come out about to here, but it was so muddy you couldn't, you had to start basically wading through mud. It's actually kind of wet now. I guess it just stays wet because it's just barely above lake water level. But last time I decided not to go, so I just walked over there, and then I was glad I didn't go because I saw people over here trying to get back to the shore, and they were having to like walk along on some of the boards that lines the path to just get over the mud. It looked very treacherous. Oh look, it's a seaplane coming through. See up here, I can't, my phone's so, okay, you can kind of see it. My phone, the screen is so dark I can't actually see what I'm pointing at. It gets hot in the car. Like when I'm walking around, I guess even just walking, I move enough of air going over, and enough air goes over it that it doesn't get hot, but it was like overheating by the time I got here. And it turns the screen down, I guess, to try to stop overheating as much when it's hot. This would be a fun place to go kayaking. I didn't see any place, or at least not this time of year, that rents kayaks. There's like a... Cool. This is a college over here, so there's I think a rowing center for the college, which might be, these people might have got canoes and kayaks from there. Or maybe people had their own. But I think I couldn't find any place to rent kayaks. Which most of the places that rented kayaks were closed this late anyways. There was just that place I went to Sunday and one other place I could find. But I think it'd just be a cool place to kayak around. So it looks like there used to be a path going through here almost, because there's these 2 boards there, like the ones they put bordering paths. And then I noticed these over here that come out from that path. Maybe they used to have a dirt path that kind of went along and connected to this, and then it all washed away. I wonder. I'm gonna keep walking, I think. I'm gonna go walk across all that over there, because it's fun. I wanted to make sure I walked out all of this today as much as I wanted to, because you can't do this in the winter unless you want to go mud bogging. And I don't actually, it's pretty wet. It might start getting muddy when it starts raining every day, so like in a few more weeks. Like, it's crazy how wet it is, and it hasn't rained in like, other than a day here and there, it hasn't rained since like May. Like, this is actually muddy now. I think all the times I've gone to the garden, there's only ever been one time that I've come out here, because usually it's always too muddy. So this is interesting. Like, they have, you can see them here, they have floats. The whole thing's floating. It's just a wood frame with the metal grate things, whatever. And this is also like that. It's they're anchored by these poles sticking out of the water, but then they're not like holding them up. They're just that's just to keep it from floating away. So it's all like wood and concrete on top of floats. You don't really notice until you walk on it and it starts bobbing up and down. It's either just like anchored where it doesn't float away, but the thing's actually floating. So what's the strangest is a floating concrete walkway. It wouldn't be weird if it was something less heavy. I just think it's crazy it's concrete. And the big concrete slabs are floating. Oh yeah, all along here it looks like there used to be either. Hello. What do you mean you can see me? Looks like there either used to be a dirt walkway, or maybe those boards were just to hold the bank back. And kind of looks like it used to be a dirt walkway that washed away. Kind of at the edge of the dirt over there like they have here. So the furthest I've ever gone is right over here on the bank. I'm gonna go over and see what that island's. That's another island that you can walk around. See what it's like, if there's any nice views. Here? Not, depends on what you call hot, but not really. It's nice and cool today. Cooler than it's been all summer at least. I'd actually say anything cooler than this would be maybe a little bit chilly. I don't know, because I'm used to it being warm. Like yesterday, the high was like 64, and I actually thought it was chilly. Oh.
He's shy.
Waiting for me on the bridge.
That's cool.
Now's my chance.
Oh. Yeah, he's just under it with his tail sticking out.
Yeah, I did see him.
Yeah, it's an otter just swimming around. I was wondering if I walk away if it's gonna come out again. I saw her walking slow along here, looking in the water. I think she was watching it. And then I guess he came out to watch it, and then I go walking along, so there's 3 people, and it spooked them. That's really cool. I've never seen an otter here. I was kind of waiting to see if it's going to come out, but I guess he's just hanging out under the walkway. I don't know if I showed on stream good, but you could see him under the walkway, and you can just see the tail. He's just hanging out there, like sitting there, and all you can see basically is his tail sticking out. But yeah, I assume it's an otter. I don't know what else it would be. It looked large enough to be an otter, like it was pretty decent size. Oh, look at this big boat coming through. if I just like how many otters there are out here, if you'd see any wildlife, if you just stand still long enough. There's all kinds of stuff growing in the water. That was super cool though, getting to see an otter or whatever it was for like a minute. Does this just go out to the dock? I think it does. I've never been out here. Oh, look at that bird that just flew away. I think those seaplanes must be for the seaplane tours, because there's multiple different places that do seaplane tours. There's a couple different places where they take off from the water. They do in Renton and they do in Kenmore. I'm not sure if they do anywhere else or not. And then they fly up and fly over Seattle and give you like a downtown like tour, like fly, I guess, show you everything, and then you fly back. I've never gone on one, but we've looked at them. Like, me and Veryl's thought about going on one. Oh, my knees. They're still sore enough. I like sit down and I go to get up and it's like, my legs don't want me to stand back up on them. Wait, look at this. It looks like a freaking beaver. Are there beavers here? I didn't know that beavers lived in Washington. But I don't know what the heck else almost ate through that tree. See, the tree's still alive. Like, it has plenty of leaves. Oh, the top of it's dead. But it hasn't killed. It looks like that doesn't look recent. It looks like that was quite a while ago and it just never ate through the tree. I don't see any others. Any more trees like that. It's kind of weird. Just something tried to eat that one. I don't ever see trees here that look like they've been eaten by beavers like you do. I mean, I've seen creeks that look like they were dammed up. kind of like beaver dams, but you don't ever see lodges out in ponds, and you don't usually see trees that look like they've been cut down by beavers. So maybe there are beavers here, but they're a different kind. Do stuff different. Maybe they don't live in lodges, or they don't make them out of wood or something. Or they're on the bank or something. Hi, let's go. Oh, whoa. How are you? Cool, there's all kinds of little docks and benches and stuff. I'm getting attacked by bugs now down here under all these trees. I wonder what all these numbers are for. I've been seeing them. I haven't figured out. Oh, is this like the whole tree fell across the trail, I guess? Oh yeah, right here. So here's another number. Maybe it's a tour. I didn't read the map good that showed this. Maybe if they had a sign back there, maybe it's a tour and you go along and read stuff at different points of interest. We're back out to the water. Mm-hmm. Oh, here's another dock on this side that I guess you can walk out to. Yeah, it has been really nice so far. It's like slightly loud here because it's not super nature peaceful because the interstate's right here. But it's not that loud because it's up on the bridge. And it's still really nice. Look at all the stuff here, what it looks like growing. It looks all like all this fuzzy seaweed stuff or whatever. I think this is all still fresh water, so it's not seaweed, but at least I assume this is fresh water. I mean, I know it is. The docks are here. Some water might get up through them, but like all the water from Lake Washington flows out to the sound like through the docks, so I would assume it would be plenty to keep all this like just completely fresh water. Like no water would be going uphill unless, like, I mean, I guess a little bit goes out when the boats are going, like with the boats, but not much. What the heck? Look at all these freaking ants. Okay, I want to stand over here to the side where there's not a lot. I don't know what kind there are. Do you see all of those? And they're all over the trail there. I don't want to stay there any longer because there were a few going around close to my feet. I don't think there's usually I've never heard of fire ants being here, but I feel like I did see a sign earlier that said fire ants, but I kind of ignored it. Yeah, see, that looks like the trail used to go there, just like this here, and it's just a lot of it washed away, and they just moved it more inland. Oh, like this right here is washing away. And those look large, also larger than what at least fire ants that live in Georgia are. Number 5. All right, we're running out of numbers for the like guided tour or whatever they're for. The water's really shallow here. Oh, here's looks like where you can get kayaks and stuff. Or maybe people are just docking them, but there's a lot of boats and kayaks and stuff over there. Oh, I guess it's a little marina because it's all those boats there. Maybe that's for college, since I think this college's stadium. The trail's a bit treacherous here. Oh, it's like kind of soft filling there also. It's like washing out, and they put a big piece of plywood over part of it. I think this is the end here. Hi, Mochichi. How are you doing? Hope you're having a nice day. I'm just walking around places again in Seattle. Yeah, so this is the end. I've never... I mean, I knew it came over here because I looked... so you can kind of see the sign other than where they vandalized it. So I walked, came out here and walked out here. That's the island I was just on, and I just got right here. So there's a trail that goes along a ship canal. Nice, and then you don't have to go touch grass. So I guess I can just go back the way I came if I want the scenic route back to the garden. This, I'll walk down here a little bit. This looks like he keeps following the water. You can also go there. That's the, is that the 520 trail right there? No, it looks like it goes up under here. But the trail goes across the interstate there. I could go back there and walk down the sidewalk back to the garden. But that, it'd just be walking along the sidewalk beside cars. That doesn't seem to, it'd be a little faster, but not scenic. Well, that's cool. You get to go out and see grass and everything while sitting in front of your computer. Don't even have to go outside. And I'm glad you like them. I like showing people cool places. If I can zoom in without it being bad quality, you can see the mountains pretty good today. Like I said earlier, it's not smoky and not even hazy, really. Actually, if my legs weren't sore, it would have been a really good day to go up into the mountains and go bike riding, because you'd be able to see pretty good. It's been being really hazy all the time. Wait, look at... Oh, that's a goose. I was like, what the freak? It looked really way larger when it was flapping its wings up. So that's, there's a whole bunch of geese along that trail. I guess that's where you go, the paved one, if you want to get attacked by geese. Yeah, I'm at Washington Park Arboretum. The big, I've been there before. But I went out to these other islands. Last time I tried to come out here, it was way too muddy. I've actually only been to the Arboretum like one time when it was dry enough that you could really walk out to those islands and not have to go mud bogging. I guess it's a purely only summer thing. Because even when I came here, it was either the end of May or early June, and it was like way too muddy. So I guess summer and fall thing until it starts raining. This looks like a cool area, and then I'll probably turn around here. Wait, they have traffic lights for the boats? I've never been over here. The closest I've been to here is just driving down 520. pretty large boats. So do they close this sometimes? Is that why there's a green light? I thought it was maybe going into the locks, but the locks are way over on the other side. There's that other lake, and then I guess the locks are on the other side. I guess this is just if... Do they close it under the bridge sometimes? Wait, is that a drawbridge? Oh, it actually looks like it's a drawbridge. Maybe they close it if a huge boat's coming through? I was gonna turn around here, but I kind of want to go exploring a little more. I want to go see the drawbridge better, if it's a drawbridge. I don't know where this path up here goes. But I guess it's a park, because there's park hours there. Well, that other path that cut off, that walked back. Oh, this is like people's houses. The little trail actually just keeps going all along the water. Look, there's so many bugs. Could you? I assume you can see with a phone. Let me walk through that. Or there's another one, cloud of bugs. It's like you see the cloud and you just shut your mouth and close your eyes and walk through until you're on the other side. Because that's the only bad thing about walking under the trees along the water. It's fine now, mostly, other than there, I see something up here, but... Oh, is this just a dock? Or does it go down along the river? The water. It's not a river. Huh. Can you go? I think it ends at the bridge. I wasn't sure if you could go around the bridge. Oh, there's one on that side also where you can walk down. Maybe you can get around the bridge. Is there cell service down here? Oh, there is. Good cell service. Cool. I just climbed down in the valley, so I wasn't sure. Mont Lake Bridge, 46-foot clearance. Well, it is a drawbridge, but I don't know if they use it or not. I assume probably so. Oh, wait, maybe so. Is this... There was some... Last week or something, there was some van that was... Or SUV that was running from Seattle police somewhere up here, and it jumped a drawbridge to get away from the police. This might actually be the drawbridge. Because it was like when the bridge was either just opening or almost closed, and one side looked like it was down and the other side was up. So it drove out and just dropped like 6 feet or something, 4 or 6 feet down to the lower section, and then just kept driving. And then they said they found it totaled, which I would think it would be totaled from jumping that in a neighborhood on the other side, like still turned on running, where someone just bailed out. They jumped the drawbridge and bailed out. You can go back up there and you can go around the bridge. So I wonder if this is the... Wow. I wonder if there's cell service in here. Oh, it's weird. I've seen the roads with the metal grates, but I've never been under the cars at one, so that's kind of cool. Just like standing directly under them and watching them come over. So the other path is still going along up there, it looks like. Or it might have ended. So this is the other lake that I drove over where they were building that new bridge when I was streaming on the way here. And that's I-5 in front of us, where it goes up over the canal, whatever it's called, where the boats that goes from Lake Washington to the Sound. And I think all of that, like this big building on the other side, I assume that's part of UW. I think that whole everything on that side of the water is basically UW. Dang, this just keeps going. Wait, is this fun to watch? Or is it boring just going along the water? I'm kind of having fun, but if people want garden, I can turn around and go back to the garden faster. I might want to do that soon anyways. This has still been fun so far. I think I'll walk out to here. It looks like a point where you can see good. Just don't want to be too boring. This sun is blinding here. This is kind of weird. This right here feels like walking through someone's yard a bit. looks like it goes over to a marina. Look at this. Somebody with a hydroplane or whatever it is. That's really cool. Like just gliding over the... That's one of those motorized ones, like the one I saw the guy had in Lake Sammamish when I was kayaking. One of those would be fun to get. And I've seen someone on the Sound with a cell one. It's where I'm at West Lakemont Park. Really have walked a ways. So I guess the best way to go back is just the way I came over here. And I guess under the bridge again also, because it looks like the path on the other side goes up to the road. At least according to Google, you have to cross the road. I'd rather just go under it than have to wait at a crosswalk. I can walk on over there a little bit and run into 520 trail, I guess. Doesn't look scenic though. Let me put my phone down real quick. I'm gonna plug it up where it charges faster. While I'm sitting there. Actually taking wires long enough to do? Yeah, this will work. Alright, hi. So here, I'll just zoom in and give you a nice look at the bridge and stuff before I leave. So, other side of the water, and that's just the interstate where it covers the water at. You can see there's another level underneath. That's the express lanes. They go under the main interstates up at the top, and then the express lanes, I think it's just 2, and they switch them back and forth in the day for rush hour, and that's the other section. So it's kind of like a double-decker bridge, and then way down at the bottom is just another road. But the 2 up at the very top are the interstate. And the what I drove on crosses over there, other side of the marina. I hit the wrong button on my phone. So I guess I'm just gonna head back. I was trying to get under the willow. Lake Washington Waterside Trail, U.S. Corps of Engineers. U.S. Army and the Seattle Garden Club. Interesting. U.S. Corps of Engineers. Oh yeah, because they manage lakes and stuff. Some of these boats make some pretty big waves. So I was thinking it'd be fun to kayak through here from one side to the other. I think I saw someone kayaking through here coming out of the other side, but it might be a bit wavy. $20. Dang. Thank you, Mr. Winnie Cat. That's a lot. Thank you for the $20 tip. I appreciate it. Is this that entertaining? Or, I mean, hopefully it's entertaining. This boat has the zoomies going slightly faster than the other ones. This is a cool bridge. That tower or whatever with all the windows on this side. I like looking at old bridges and stuff. That's why I walked around where I could see the bridge and it's like, oh, I gotta go walk under it if you can. And then if I walk under it, then I, might as well walk out there and look at the lake for that part of it. Looks like there's a lot of nice trails on the other side also. So it says bridge closed to vessels under 100. No, 1,000. It doesn't say tons. I can't see. Weekdays, 7 to 9 a.m. and 3:30 to 6:30 p.m. April 30th to September 1st or something, except something in holidays. It's like too small to hardly see that sign way up there. I can't see the weight hardly, but I guess smaller vessels can't go through at certain times. And here's the tower I was talking about. It kind of just looks cool, whatever that is. I guess it was maybe when they used it as a drawbridge, or if they still do, where someone could they run it from there. Oh, and also, I guess this answers my question. You can kayak through here. Or people do kayak through here. Who knows if it actually means you're supposed to be able to or not, but people at least do it. There's a few more coming through also. Having to paddle a lot, having a harder time with it's just constant boat waves. Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm gonna just look at this again. Oh look, they have lights up there so you can see the signs at night. Like a fluorescent looking light or something, that long one. I'll just go up this way and go up along the other trail, just for a different view. big boat coming through. To bug area again. Wow. Alright, I had one of my glasses, but it got off. I think that just goes up to the little neighborhood. This is really pretty. See the mountains good and everything. Really well. I think I can see them better and earlier. Maybe the lighting just makes it look different. So you can see just a little bit of snow on the top of them. This luff up on the tops. Like right there in the middle. At least I'm assuming it's patches of snow. I can see it on my phone better than IRL because I can blow it up more. It doesn't look good though. Very good. My modem stopped working again. Maybe I didn't. I looked at it earlier and it looked plugged up, and I just restarted the Bella box and I fixed it. The wire, one of the plugs could be loose. I should go try to fix it at some point. I have really good cell service here, so once I get into the garden where it's really bad, I might mess with it. Those birds are being like really loud. Oh, look at all the geese over here. There's the kayakers that were going under the bridge. And then there's the big group of geese. They're still out there. That some of them are like walking out across the path. Makes it look really treacherous if you want to go down that path.
You know, it says that I think they have.
I wonder if we'll see more otters. It'd be kind of cool. It's really shallow here, and there's actually just dirt sticking out over there. Some piles, kind of weird. Oh, also it's getting cloudy. Because all those clouds are coming in. That's, it was kind of hot over here earlier, and now it's really cool. I guess it getting completely overcast. too far right now. Yeah, this is a cool trail. I'm glad I at least walked on all this. Because this is like, pretty wet now. It'll be super muddy once I guess, starts raining every day. That doggy wagging when I went by. He like kind of watched me get closer to it. And then right when I'm going by, it's like, oh, hello, hello, hello. Are you gonna pet me? I would love to be petted. Ooh, guess what? We had a cat show up the other day. We got home a few nights ago when I drove Errol to work, and I went back out. She went inside, and I went back out to the car to get something else out of it, and I turned around to go back to the house, and there's a cat in our yard that was just, I'm gonna go out to this one, I think. And there was a cat in our yard, like standing right up at the door, looking in the door, watching her. So I walked up to it, and it saw me and let me pet it. So it didn't have a collar or anything. It didn't really look like a stray, but I've also never seen a cat in our neighborhood. So Beryl, it looked like it wanted to go in, so she opened the door to see if it'd come in, and it walked right in the house, and then was like walking around the house exploring, acted like it was a house cat. So then we were worried it was someone's house cat that got out, so we kept it in the house for a little bit and emailed some of the neighbors, and somebody told us whose cat they thought it was. So I went and asked them if it was their cat, and they're like, yeah, like we let it roam around outside also, so you can just let it out. and it'll just find its way back here. And she said she didn't realize that it ventured that far off. But that was cool. It was very playful. We had it inside for like 30 minutes and was just playing with it and everything, so it was a lot of fun. So it was cool having a temporary, for 30 minutes, cat. It was a really, really good one. Also, you would fight it, and it would go try to it would bite your, arms, like paw you and everything, but it would keep its claws in and not claw you up. So it was really, really good at play fighting and not shredding you. It got too excited one time and bit into my leg. But that's the only time that it drew blood or anything of all the fighting I did with it. Yeah, it makes you kind of wish I had a cat. This one has a bench. I'm gonna go walk over here and drink some of my water because I'm kind of thirsty and drink anything, and then we'll walk the rest of the way back. Maybe see if we see any more otters. Yeah, it looked like it wasn't a small kitten, but it looked like a young cat, like maybe like a year old or something. So it was still like super hyper and everything. So I started entertaining it because it was only in the house for a little while before it found some lights that we had hanging on a wall and started trying to chew through the wire where they were plugged up to a plug and pull the lights off the wall. So we're like, well, crap, thing is going to destroy stuff really fast. So then I got an old dog leash and like a cloth one, and was pulling around on the floor to attack that until we decided. Wait! I didn't even notice it. It was just sitting there. What the heck? I was just sitting here talking and I heard chewing and looked down there, and there it is. Doesn't even care that I just walked up and sat here, and it just doesn't care. So is that a beaver? It has a big wide tail. Is that what I saw earlier? I think it's a beaver. This looks like a beaver to me. And it'd also be why I thought one tree over there that looked like it had been gnawed through. Yeah, that's what I thought after looking at its tail. I don't know if that's what I saw earlier, or if what I saw earlier was an otter. This is cool. I walked up here and he's only like 6 feet from the platform and just doesn't even give a crap that I'm even sitting here talking, and he's just like, I don't care. I'm just gonna sit here and eat. What? Also, hi Dan. Wait, I thought you were a duck. How's your dad a beaver if you're a duck? That's so cringy. I felt guilty for laughing about it, but it was also funny. Did he stop eating? Just hanging out now? Oh, is he scared because of the kayaker? He's just standing still, being still, not moving at all while the kayakers go by. See? It's like camouflaging himself. I assume. I see. Okay, now he's going back. I was just saw him move a little bit. Okay, yeah, now he's going back to eating. Dang, so they're like rabbits. Rabbits do that. Like, we'll have rabbits in our backyard, and I'll go outside, and they'll just be one of them, like, it'll be like 5 feet from me, but it'll just be frozen stuff. And they're used to us, so they'll still freeze when we first go outside, but then they'll be like, oh, it's just those people. And like, I'll be out in the backyard, like, weeding or something, and the rabbit will just be like 20 feet from me, just eating like it doesn't care. Hi, Cereal. I hope you're having a nice day. Can you... He's eating, and it's not your... It's cool to watch. Can you walk, Cereal? I watched... I showed up at the end of you doing the 500 squats. I was wondering if your legs were functional. I did a whole bunch of Fit Beat 3 days ago, and I'm still sore from it. Okay. Yeah, yes. Uh-huh. Mine were yesterday. I did this, like, 7-minute Fit Beat map. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't think I could do that. I was wondering how many I did the other day with all the Fit Beat, because I did a whole bunch of Fit Beat, probably like an hour's worth of Fit Beat, but I don't think that's 500 squats, because you have breaks in between songs and stuff also. I don't know that I could do 500 in a day, much less than 45 minutes, so that's pretty crazy. But like, I did enough the other day playing Fit Beat that, like, yesterday, if I went someplace and I had, like... Uh-huh. Oh, there it goes. Oh, yeah. You can't, like, kind of lean over. Oh, there he is out there. Well, that was fun, getting to watch a beaver. Wait, what? Wait, what is David? I don't know who that is. Hi, Melixon. We've been watching this beaver. He's leaving now, going over to the other side of somewhere else. Oh, just went underwater again. But he's been right over here by me eating. Oh, there he is out there now. Yeah, you should. It's not that hard to set up if you have a good phone. If you have an iPhone, you're good. Oh, okay, I'm sure I've heard him, just don't recognize the name. I can't zoom anymore and it looked good. I don't have an optical zoom. Yeah, hi. Hope you're having a nice day. I'm gonna go over to the other path in a minute, and we'll see if he's hanging out over there. Yeah, Serial, if you need help, if you have an Android phone, your life will have more pain IRL streaming. Like, I was a avid anti-Apple person, and I bought an iPhone anyways, even though I felt because they're just so much better for streaming. Hi, Ari. Yeah, it is hard trying to find decent signal. What? Morgan Freeman. Yeah, I've heard Morgan Freeman's usually like in like movies, but I don't hear. Oh, wasn't there a whole nature show? I forgot what it's called. That was on Discovery. That was Morgan Freeman in it. I actually think I remember that. It was like a whole series. Yeah, hi, Ari. Hey. Hello. I'm gonna sit that down real quick and take my backpack off. And my phone, I plugged it up to my Bella box instead of the battery pack because maybe that's what I'm thinking of. I felt like I've watched something on Discovery Channel back when I used to actually watch TV, but that wasn't charging anything else. So I'm gonna go plug it up to this other battery pack. This almost is, no, this is still charged. Cool. I waved to everybody. Wait, here, hi Dan. Also my modem's not working. I'm gonna walk out of cell service more. I need all the cell service I can get. Your favorite viewer. I like it how you just have decided to start calling yourself my favorite viewer. If it's true or not. I'm not mountain biking today because I did squat training. Oh, and my abs are all sore because I did a bunch of push. Oh, I forgot that I'm not using my other mic, so I'm probably hard to understand. Just facts. Alrighty. I forgot. I remember I can turn it like that, and then this wire will just reach. It's charging. Yeah. All right. Cool. Alrighty. I guess. Oh, my legs. They're still sore. I'm not like crippled where I can't get up, but they're still like I get about halfway up there and it's just like they won't pick me up. It's like it feels like it's taking every bit of strength they have. So I like kind of got up and just like paused, and then I have to like freaking summon more strength to stand the rest of the way up. So yeah, for me, yesterday and today is actually getting up squatting down is bad, but like, yeah, I guess squatting down hurts really bad. Mine have been so tight that my knees won't hardly bend enough, like, to squat all the way down, if you know what I'm talking about. What? Oh my gosh. Hi. Okay. I don't see it now. There was a beaver over here earlier.
A beaver?
Yeah, I was sitting out there and he was eating and then he swam over near this path. I don't see him now, but
So we'll just have to settle for all the kayaks and stuff.
yeah. If you look around enough, you might see one
I'm
around.
gonna find him.
Yeah. Yeah, he was over there eating lily pads and stuff. Like really, really close to that platform. And then finally...
A beaver.
Yeah.
Beaver?
Yeah, and the last I saw him, he was kind of swimming right over around here like he was going to go under this.
Right on. I don't have any beaver boots. That'd be good to get. Still.
I don't see him anywhere. He vanished. Thought maybe he'd be over here eating. I kind of stopped paying attention. He came right up to here like he was gonna go under or something. No. No. I'm not. Oh goodness. I'm not going up and telling random people. That's just too weird. It's already weird me walking around with a phone holding it around like I'm doing. Oh goodness. Also, Serial, feel free to DM me if you want. Have you heard else from me before? You were talking about IRL streaming. I didn't know if you ever had it or not. Oh, okay. I mean, sure. But, I mean, is it, depending on if I answer or not depends on what you're DMing me about, but, you know. Oh, cool. Yeah, I don't know if you know Monty or not. He doesn't really stream anymore, but he used to stream Beat Saber. Oh, I'm sure you played some of his maps. Like Monty made one of the Existence 2 maps. But anyways, Monty used to do bike streams. They were like the first IRL streams I had ever seen on Twitch. And that made me want to okay, cool. But yeah, they used to do IRL biking streams, or he did a few, and they were like the first IRL streams I had ever seen, and I just thought, well, this is freaking cool. I want to go do streams. So that was like years ago, and I never did any because it's kind of expensive getting that. Looks like an animal. Ish. Doesn't it look like fur? Like that beaver was still after when the kayakers were going by. I was wondering if that's actually something. It's either just something floating, but it looked like fur to me. I'm gonna stand here and not move for a bit. and see what happens.
Really important.
They really changed this.
Yeah. It's probably from all the flooding.
I don't know if that's a... That almost looks like a beaver or something sticking out of the water.
Yeah, I don't know.
I was over there and saw a beaver eating, and some kayakers came by and he just like stood still, like he was, you know, playing dead. I was wondering if that was one.
What? Really?
This thing?
That?
It looks like fur to me.
Looks like a coconut or something.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. It looked like trash or but it looks kind of like it could be fur.
Or maybe it's just some weird lily.
Yeah.
Kind of upside down.
But I did see a beaver over here just a little bit
Oh,
ago.
you did?
Yeah.
There's several in here.
Yeah, I'd never seen one before. It was really cool
Oh,
seeing
did
one.
you- have you ever been to the Beaver Lodge in like kind of Madison Park?
Oh,
look it up.
Beaver Lodge in
Yeah,
Madison
it's
Park.
called- It's sort of a Canterbury, kind of looking at it 520. There's a Beaver Lodge, like there's beavers right there.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
just look it up.
Okay, yeah, that'd be cool to see.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you. Yeah, I was wondering if they thought that looked like a animal. One of them said it looked like a coconut, which it does kind of like its hair. That's why I was wondering if it looks like either trash, like a piece of cloth, or a coconut, or it's a part of an animal, but it hasn't moved in a long time now, and its head's underwater. So, and I don't think it's a beaver, or at least not an alive one. Because that beaver that stopped earlier, it had like I don't know how long they can hold their breath, but that's my wife. My goodness. She was talking about a beaver lodge at Madison Park. I don't know where Madison Park is. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I don't think it's animal, or if it is, it's not going to move. This is right around where I saw whatever the other thing was, beaver or otter. Like it was actually under the path right there. Yeah. She said you can walk up and you can see the lodge and see the beavers, like, going around it. I'm gonna definitely look that up. If there's cell service there, I'll stream one day if I go there. Oh yeah, but I was gonna say, started talking about that stuff, because you said you need a better connection. I have like AT&T and Verizon and T-Mobile. I really can't stream without all three. Like if you're just in a little bitty area, you can get like, but it also depends on the areas of the country. Like here, because some places they all three just share the same tower. Here, AT&T and T-Mobile both have a lot of towers that only one of them that's like just a single, like there's one of them. Verizon, usually if there's a Verizon tower, is sharing with AT&T or T-Mobile, but AT&T and T-Mobile both have a lot of their own towers. So like even here today, there's one part of the garden that I can't stream at without AT&T service. I think I've heard people talking about that, like reading on a Bellavox and Moblem Discord and stuff. You can also buy USB modems that you can hook up to your phone. And some of the USB modems have like way better antennas and stuff than a phone has, or a way better modem. Like, it makes a big difference. It makes a big difference if you have a new flagship phone. All of those have really good modems compared to like non-flagships and phones from like 4 or 5 years ago. So if you have a new phone, you'll have a good enough modem to get one really good connection. Your probably best thing if you want more than one connection is to go buy a little like USB modem that you can tether to your phone. Oh, that has a good enough modem. So Samsung and Apple both use Qualcomm modems, which are like the best modems that anyone makes right now. And they're I think that's just one version lower than what my iPhone 15 has. Or maybe it's the same. I think it maybe is, because I was thinking the 23 Ultra had an actual better modem than what I have. So yeah, you should have basically something that's just as good as mine. I guess the bad thing is the Android streaming app. It's kind of garbage compared to the iPhone one. I mean, it's still good. It's better than nothing. Like I assume when you streamed before you used not the Twitch app, because the Twitch app is actually trash for IRL streaming. Like Twitch's freaking CEO, when he does IRL streams, he doesn't even use the Twitch app. That's how bad it is. And I've seen him on his stream even telling other people to use the third-party one because the Twitch app is so bad. That's really bad when it's so bad. Oh, and used OBS? Oh, I see. Interesting. But you might get by with one just fine depending on what area of the country you're in. I go so many places here. Oh. Yeah, that is pretty jank. I can see why you said it was so heavy also, if you're taking your laptop and all that stuff. So the easier thing is just to go hook it up where you stream from your phone to your computer at home, and then and then you can use OBS there to stream to Twitch, and you don't have to haul the laptop with you. Because like I stream from my phone to my computer, and then from my computer to Twitch. The main advantage of that is if it disconnects, my stream doesn't go down because it's still streaming from my house with a stable internet. The other thing is it uses SRT instead of RMTP, and it handles, so it's a different protocol or whatever, and it handles actually, let's see, there's people all the benches. I'm just not gonna bother going out here because it's the same view as we were just could see. Guess I could walk over here. We can see a little. Oh, like. Which thing? I just said a bunch of stuff. SRT and RMTP. RMTP is what Twitch uses. It's like how OBS sends the stream to Twitch, and how Twitch sends the streams to people when they're watching. SRT is a newer one that's way better. That handles bad internet way better. Is way less picky. But what do you use SRT for? You can see the mountains really well here. Like since it's later in the day and the sky is light behind them. gonna go on. Probably have about 45 more minutes. I've spent most of the time here, but that was nice because those trails get muddy and I can't walk on them in the winter. But I guess I'll head back to the garden. And I mean, it's huge. You can't do the whole thing anyways unless you just spend like 8 hours here in a day. So I'll just spend 45 minutes. That's enough time to go through quite a bit of the garden. But what do you use SRT for, Alexa? But yeah, anyway, Cyril, you can, just from what you said you did last time with a laptop, you already have the stuff to do a better setup without spending any money. And then if you want to spend money and get a second connection, then you could do that. That would be the next best thing probably. But you could always already do something that would be much better than what you did last time. Oh, okay. Yo, well, you can DM me also if you want information. The easiest thing I can... Yeah, for driving, I would like to have a Starlink. And I could drive places that doesn't have any cell service. But Starlink would be annoying to walk around with and to bike around with. And I'm under trees most of the time. Yeah, Satlink is really... I think you'd be, unless you go places that just have zero cell service, you'd be better off getting more cellular connections and like better modem and stuff. Or like if you're spending that much. Unless you're going places with just literally no service. But if you get like Starlink or something, then you can't be under tree cover. Yeah. Yeah. And like one thing is upload's way slower than download. And also if you're really far away from the tower and there's a lot of tree cover, download basically goes further because like the equipment on the tower can push bandwidth over like a distance better than your phone can, push it back to the tower, kind of. So, Qualcomm's modems are really good. You have a phone on one of those. But, like, the app I use, I have, 4 connections right now. But it bonds them all together. So, the hardest thing is getting a good enough, if you don't have super good service, just getting enough bandwidth. And if you have more connections, then... and it adds all the bandwidth together, and it's really, really good at bonding them together. Then, you just have way more places you can stream. Because you might have a pretty bad connection on all of your connections, but all of them together will get enough bandwidth to be able to be, usable. That's like... Yeah, and you can get some pretty cheap service. Like, well, you live in the US, right? I think so. So, like, depending on what you have, if you want, like, Verizon, you can go get Visible. And it's like right now it's on sale for $19 a month if you pay for it for a year. So, like, I have Visible and I have AT&T on US Mobile, which I also only pay $25 a month for. And then I have a T-Mobile tablet plan, which is $10 a month. That's the best thing I have, because it's T-Mobile priority data, and it's $10 a month for 50 gigs of data. And that I had to get somebody on Reddit to give it to me, because it's like not advertised. But I found somebody on Reddit that was the T-Mobile business rep that signed me up. So I don't spend that much for all my service. It's like $60. Well, no, right now both of them are $25. So I guess I spend like $70 a month, but that's for 4 connections. And the reason I have 4 is I have 2 T-Mobile ones, because I have that tablet plan that I got because I had a T-Mobile. Oh yeah. Well, like all of the ones like you could, I pay for unlimited data for everything. You can get cheaper stuff if you don't need unlimited data. I mean, unlimited data other than my T-Mobile ones. My T-Mobile one's unlimited. It's just 50 gigs. I guess it's technically unlimited. It's 50 gigs of priority data, and then it's unlimited. But yeah, if you're not going to use that much, you can get it even cheaper if you want a second connection and you only want like 10 gigs to go through that month. You could do like quite a few hours on 10 gigs, depending on what bitrate you used. Like that would probably, if you stream like even once a week, be enough for a whole month. Because you can also in the app set it to prioritize a different connection. So if you have one that's unlimited, like if you have unlimited data right now, you can set it up to use that and only use the second connection if your phone connection's too slow. Hi, chicken. I've been having fun. How are you doing today? I hadn't actually walked through the garden any. I just went out and walked along the lake, and then whatever the channel or whatever the parts of it that goes between the lake and the sound. But that was really fun. It wasn't muddy this time, so I could. Yeah, I don't. If you ever watched any of my first IRL streams, you know how horrible they were. Like, they were unwatchable. Dang, that's quite a few. So it took me like months and months and months of streaming and then reading about stuff and changing stuff and streaming, and it took me and then buying stuff, and I finally got where I do streams like I do now, but it was months of just every day reading about it a little bit, like researching basically. And like, I mean, I can at least point you in the right directions for what I think you know, might work good for you or something, or at least give you the discords also, like even if I don't have that much stuff to tell you, that, you know, have all the information and everything, and it'd be a lot easier. So, you know, I spent like a massive amount of time learning how to do all that, so I like trying to help people out if they want an IRL stream, because it's not an easy thing to it's not an easy thing to get into if you want them to actually be watchable. Man, the water here is freaking dirty. I guess because it's like kind of swampy. But yeah. Which is why you don't stream. I mean, game streaming's not as hard. Because you have stable internet. No. Definitely not. Oh, Melixon, I know you were here. If you're still here, the trails I was walking on earlier, the ones that went under the trees, those are the ones that the people were mud bogging on last time. I just remember that because I was standing over by the lake and I zoomed into some people that were walking over the mud on a board, and you commented on it, thought it was really funny. And that was one of the trails I was walking on in the summer when it's not a freaking swamp. His super long Ethernet cable. Yeah, like, I only... Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I haven't actually gone through the garden that much, but the last 3 times I've gone to the garden, I think that's been too muddy to, or maybe not last 3, but 3 of the... I've been here like 4 times, I think, and 3 of the times it's been too muddy. Or at least the 3 times that I've gone out there. So I wanted to go walk in that one island I'd never been to, so I decided I'd spend time walking out there before it starts raining in a few weeks and it's all too muddy. Assuming it's gonna get too muddy. Well, hello. Oh, it just stopped because I stopped and then it got scared, spooked. Well, just a bunch of Ethernet cables with switches in between. Can't you have a few of those? As long as they're, or electric tubs or whatever, and then have another 100-foot cable, or am I misunderstanding? Like you just need something to resend the signal over the next 100 feet. Hey, chicken, if you were here, you could just dive in right here. Doesn't it look really pleasant? And I really do, wireless made me think about satellite. I don't know why. I really do want, I've watched somebody on Twitch a little bit that does bike streams, and the last one he did, he had a solar panel trailer that he pulled on his bike and had a Starlink Mini on it. You couldn't do that mountain biking, like pull a trailer around. But for like the gravel rail trails I like riding on, most of the gravel rail trails around here I get service, but there's a few I could ride on other places if I didn't have to, if I had satellite internet.
So much of what?
I do sometimes wish I had a Starlink Mini. I wouldn't be like going every day and camping like he was, so I could probably just mount the thing, like, I don't know, on my back and run it off of a battery pack if I'm only using it for a few hours. That would be kind of cool. I'm never going to buy one unless they get way cheaper. The data is not expensive. It's just the freaking terminal is so expensive. because like they have a $10 a month 10 gig data plan, and like I would do that, pay $10 a month for 10 gigs of satellite data that I could use sometimes. Like I could at least use it when I was driving around. If I want to go, like I would like to go up to North Cascade, and that would be fun to do a stream and show people it. But there's no cell service, like at all through the park. And there's tree cover a little bit, but mostly you're like, you at least can see some of the sky from the road. And that would be fun if I had satellite internet to at least go try it. But the data is really cheap, but the freaking, to get the problem is you have to go spend $500 on the terminal. $10 a month for 10 gigs of data is not much. And that's a lot of data for how much I'd use it. But like, you know, that $500 is a lot for something I'd only occasionally use. Like, definitely not worth it. Oh, so here's the map. See, you can't see, it doesn't show a trail here. Maybe it's worn off. But I walked out here and I walked all the way over here. So now I'm right here. No. Now I'm right here where people have been touching it and wore it off. So I'll just kind of walk around this part of the garden for the rest of the time I have. Step 1, have 500. Well, yeah, I don't have 500. This step 1 would be to have $500, and then step 2 would be to think it was worth spending $500 on that, and that'd also be no. And if I did driving streams all the time, it'd be maybe, but it'd be too annoying to try to use hiking or biking. By the way, I was not touching it because that's like, I really hate when maps are worn off, so that's one of the things, like, I'm not going to touch a map. I was just hovering, but because there's a lot of maps like that, like especially if you go to like popular parks. Oh, I don't want to walk through there. They're still having this event or whatever. I thought I'd go use the restroom while I was here and then walk around. So I'll just walk around the building this way. They're having some kind of party or something here. And I'd be walking right through it to go around the other side of the building. See, they have a catering vehicles up here and everything. Anyways, I will be right back in a few minutes. Hello, welcome back. Or whatever, I'm back, whatever. I did chicken, I don't. Right, bye, Cereal. I'll see you later. It was nice chatting for a bit. I don't know how boring it is, but I like chatting about stuff like that sometimes. I'm gonna walk over this way. I checked one of my, actually, Well, I just checked my phone and it's that it's getting close to needing to be charged. But I do need to leave in about 30 minutes, so actually I think it'll be fine for 30 more minutes. Hey, hello. Let me just adjust my plug back real quick. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I've said anything in any of them, but I have watched some of your VR chat streams where you like, it's an understandable thing to want to do, I guess, streaming VR chat and yap about stuff. It's actually me or having to leave. No, I took Beryl to work again, and yeah, like chat in between songs and stuff. So I just need to leave. Assuming she still wants me to pick her up when she said earlier today, I need to leave here in about 30 minutes to go ahead over to get her. This just... Alright, this just goes down that way. So I'm gonna go this way then.
Oh, you take English. Take this one instead. He was like, oh, no.
Depends on the day. Or the week, or whatever. Sometimes she does. And, sometimes she's tired and she doesn't want to, or whatever.
Also, like today, I was really like,
Depends on when she leaves in the morning also. No, it's not that, because I drive her there most of the time in the morning in her Honda. So I'm not just putting like, or where it doesn't just sit in the driveway and never get driven. And because if I drive her multiple days in a row, then it doesn't get driven. And then I just put tons of miles in my car. So I'll usually go drive her there, drive it in the morning and drive my car in the evening or something. No, if she doesn't get there super early, before the parking fills up, she has to park like 15 minutes away, or like 15-minute walk away, and walk there. So sometimes she gets getting there late and doesn't want to, I guess, walk 15 minutes into work and 15 minutes back out. And I mean, it does kind of suck driving back out of town, so I can see her not wanting to, being tired some days and not want to go drive an hour home after that either. Well, she doesn't have a desk job, really. Like, she's pretty much walking all day. Her feet have been bothering her since she started this job because, like, she walks so much. Oh yeah, you said the party over there might have been like a wedding or something. It looked something like that. Like everybody had like dress shirts and suits on and everything. It looked like oh, that was awkward. I said something about everybody had like suits on and everything, and I look in front of me and I'm close enough to somebody that has a suit on, or at least a jacket on. Probably thinking like, what are you talking about? But yeah, it was like a really very fancy, like a looking event or party that was going on. It's actually starting to get dark enough that at least under the trees, since it gets dark at like 7 pretty much anyways, won't be able to see under here very good in another like 20 or 30 minutes. It's already starting to get dark enough that it's like close to being dark enough that the camera doesn't do good. Well, it's just on the side of the visitor center. They have this big like patio with like benches around and stuff. Oh look, here's a FedEx plane. It's so large you can see the, oh, it went behind the tree almost before I could zoom in enough. But you can see it said FedEx really large on the side. Like large enough that high up, it was like really easy to tell it was a FedEx plane. It's just like, kind of like patio they have beside the visitor center and everything. With like a trellis over it or whatever, it vines and stuff. Oh, cool. See. Actually, I think I'll go back up the hill and go off one of those other trails because they're pretty cool. That one's nice also. I might walk back that way. And I walked on that more than some of the ones up here. Let's cruise up here. I think I've only ever been up here like one other time. Oh my freaking, I don't know why flat stuff doesn't hurt, but my legs are still so wrecked. Like, I'm not that sore today, but they're burning after just going up those steps. Like, actual burning. Like, the last set of steps, they like felt like they were gonna freaking just give out. So, I mean, I am still sore today. Clearly, I don't have much leg stamina. The first steps I get to today, like those are the first ones. I go, halfway up them and my legs are freaking burning. Yeah, I wasn't planning on. Well, I hadn't. This is actually the first, I guess, IRL stream I did since the kayaking one. So I hadn't had time to do as many. But I also was planning on doing some bike riding. But I wasn't planning on doing so much fit feet that it was going to take me 3 days to recover. But that was 3 days ago. And my legs are still real bad off. Alright, so that's Magnolia Collection. Let's go up here. I don't remember which trail is what exactly, but we just cruise around and see whatever we see. I guess this is the area where the cell service is worst. I mean, I'm not even old. I don't know what you mean by you're old. My legs are burning again going up that hill, dang. Just still bad off. Wait, really? Dang it, I missed it. I didn't know that. Well, happy belated birthday, chicken. I would have wished you happy birthday if I had known. I knew last year, because Beryl told me. How the heck did she figure out? This year, nobody or nothing told me. Maybe Facebook or something. I don't really go on Facebook that much. I mean, that's fair. I don't tell people. Well, so the way people find out is when I do a birthday stream, and I don't feel as weird about doing that. Okay, so I guess I don't. Tons of people do birthday streams, so I don't feel that weird then doing a birthday stream and people finding out that way. But I do feel weird. I don't post ahead of time and stuff. Some people do that, but I haven't gotten over feeling weird about telling people, other than normally I'd never tell people, and unless they have me added on Facebook and they find out, they wouldn't know. But I did get over and decide birthday streams I'd be fine with that. Oh, look at this. There's some sculpture thing. It's like a bunch of glass pieces hanging up there. Most of them are kind of dirty, so even when it's sunny, the sun doesn't shine through them super well, but it still looks kind of cool, like if the sun's shining through a certain way. Wait, I was just checking to make sure I... Mine? No. Mine is in a few months. So that's why you forgot, because it's been almost a year. So even if you remembered, you'd forgotten by now. It's in January, if you want to know. Sometime in January, maybe like the beginning or something. Like basically New Year's. Yeah, the last one was a especially scuffed one because I was at my parents'. So it was like playing Beat Saber on that laptop where it doesn't even hold 90 FPS all the time. I can't play hardly. I think that's what the last one was. Yeah. I know the trail it runs into a other area. I think it's this one right down here. Or maybe they both go there, just stay parallel. This will be really nice. See, some of the trees are kind of changing, but this will be... I went here, I think, twice last fall. It'll be super nice when all this stuff, in a few weeks when it really starts changing. There's some trees here that have like a really, really bright, like red leaves and everything. Red and orange, yellow leaves. Like super vibrant looking ones. And my TTS app disconnected. Hopefully this other one loads, or I can at least read it. Oh, this must be the real bad cell service area. I am in the middle of a bunch of trees. That didn't work. Heck, it's still not working. Yeah, I guess I hadn't reconnected. But at least I can read the test TTS test. It just, the streaming app is loading it where I can see it. Just TTS isn't reading it out. Ooh, look at these tall trees. I'll see if I can make it manually reconnect. There might just not be any Verizon service here. It says there's one bar, but maybe that's not usable. Guess there's just no Verizon service here. I'll walk faster because it probably looks bad also. Try to get to a nicer area. Last time, I remember it always being a little bad, but last time I had a lot better service here than right now. It was like better than what I normally have. I don't know what changed between then and this and today. Is this the actual trail? I guess it is. I wonder if I get out of the trees down here, if it'll do better. There's a really pretty pond here, if I have enough bit rate for people to see it. It's still full and struggling. Well, if I don't move it, maybe you can see it. It's stuck on 250. It's probably actually just really bad. Oh, there's a little rabbit here. I'm scaring now. Well, it was a little better bit rate, and then it just died again. It just keeps going up and down a lot. Now it's climbing back up. Oh, this is a nice area. See, there's a few trees here that are really starting to change color. So I meant to go on one more trail that went like up there a little bit. I came down to look at the pond. But I'll just walk up this way. And it's cool. And then I'll go down this other road that should look nice. Not be too dark this time of night. Like head back that way. Thought it would have gotten better by now. Huh. Alright, cool. We have successfully walked back into cell service. It was just actually horrendous for a long way back there. Oh, it just now reconnected. Did I miss any chat in the last like 5 minutes where it didn't want to be connected? Why is there a difference today? I just saw that message, Yuri. Sorry. I don't know why I don't know why it was so bad back there. Welcome back. Thank you. I'm sorry if a lot of that was unwatchable. It said 250. A lot of the time I had it throttled down to lowest bit rate, which usually when it does that, it's not hardly watchable. So that's the area that I said I can't stream unless I have AT&T. Well, my AT&T phone didn't have any good internet today. I don't know what was up with that. But usually, like, I've streamed here before when I didn't have AT&T service, and T-Mobile at least kept it watchable. But it was really bad. I wasn't getting... When I've gone here without AT&T service was in the winter, when it was still kind of watchable, or closer to the winter, and there might have been less leaves on the trees, enough for it to actually pick up better. You were scammed and get a refund? I mean, oh, thank you for the follow. Welcome, and I hope you're having a nice day and enjoying this stream. I'm going to just restart my TTS app because I can't get it to read. All right, now it's reading again. Terra Traveler. Did I read that right? Yeah, they are the least consistent out of the three. There's a lot of cell towers around here where they just don't have any upload. Like basically none. Just barely enough where you can even use the download. But here it's normally better. Like Verizon and T-Mobile, if you have correct, awesome, okay. Verizon and T-Mobile, at least if you have a service, like decent service, you'll usually get decent bandwidth. AT&T, it just really depends if you get any upload or not. But there's enough places where it works where the other two don't, that it's worth having since I don't pay that much for it. Like I mean, there's been quite a few towers where it has pretty decent download. Like I'll get like 50 or 100 megabits, but the upload will be like 1 megabit or less. Like basically unusable. It's like very inconsistent. Oh no. Is it so bad that even in this section I'm not gonna have any? Well, it dropped down, but now it's climbing again. I'm gonna stop right here. This one phone, I probably should have. Yeah, I mean, you normally wouldn't. I'm gonna set the phone there with a nice view real quick and take my backpack off and plug my other phone up. My other phone is pretty close to being dead. And it could be dead enough. It's not wanting to switch to battery saver or anything yet, but it could be dead enough that it's throttling down and not getting as good of a connection. That's the only thing I can guess of why it could be worse today than another day. There's a real easy way to check that. Just plug this up. Where's a good place to put it where it's not good? No, I don't have it automatic on either of my phones. Oh, an iPhone, I don't know. I still am not used to an iPhone exactly. Even though I've had it for like 9 months now or something. Had one for 9 months. Alrighty. Oh, so this area, oh look, I just scared it. I'm getting off that bench. So I was reading this area, all these plaques last time. This area is like Alpine, New Zealand. I think it's New Zealand Alps. And this is bushes and stuff, different kind of bushes that would grow in the New Zealand Alps. And I guess the New Zealand Alps are really similar. This whole area is like that, and I guess New Zealand Alps are really similar climate-wise to Pacific Northwest. So I thought that was kind of cool. There's multiple sections of the garden of stuff for like different countries, but like this is the biggest section of just like, you know, alpine tundra kind of type stuff. I guess maybe because that stuff lives here really well. Well, so why is your... Oh, you've just had... Is your phone really old? Is that why you say your battery's clipped? And you just don't want to upgrade? You're just like not going to? Oh, this was the wrong trail. It came out to here. Like all the way over this way. Alright, I guess I'll just walk back past the other way to start heading back to the car. Oh, this is cool also, this building that that grass grows on top of. It's really cool. I mean, 4 years old is pretty old for a phone. Like, I don't know how long your phone batteries usually last, but I've never had a phone that the battery wasn't toast by 4 years. I mean, not if it's like, not if I've never had a phone that I didn't, I mean, you could just go, how do you, I mean, you could just get another battery, but how do you get a battery to last 5 or 6 years? Do I just use my phones too much? Because I charge them to 80% and I don't, well, maybe one of mine would. My Pixel 7 was 2 years old. Or 2.5 years old, I guess almost 3 years old, I think. And it doesn't tell you like what percentage of the, I'm just gonna stop real quick because this sky looks nice. It doesn't tell you what percentage the battery has left, but it seems to still last quite a while. And I downloaded like a third-party app that like takes a few charge cycles and tries to tell you, and it thought it had about like 85% left of capacity, which seems about right. So, you know, maybe if it took it 2 more years, it would still maybe be 70 or 75. I guess maybe iPhones last longer also. Like mostly, at least on my Pixel 7, a standard wall charger. So, I think the main charger I've used, I have a power brick that my Pixel 2 came with. Because, you know, newer phones don't come with power bricks. And I've still been using that for a long time. But it could fast charge a Pixel 2. It wasn't like a power delivery one. I actually don't know if new phones can charge like power delivery like that fast. Like 100 watts. But I think it could charge at like 15 watts or whatever, which is, I think, or is 15 watts just, is 15 watts normal USB-C? I was thinking 15 watts over USB-C was considered fast charging. But I don't know if I'm misremembering stuff now. I looked this stuff up some at one point. Mainly just when I was shopping for battery packs to power all my streaming stuff. mean, it depends on how much my Pixel. So I had a Pixel 6, and then I got a Pixel 7. Basically, because they were giving really, really good trade-in for Pixel 6s. And then both of them, I destroyed the batteries. So probably part of why mine don't last that long is doing DoorDash and stuff. Both of them, I destroyed the batteries because I'm driving around. I drive around for hours a day with a screen on, using GPS, and have to and the pixels get really hot, and both of those would get so hot they just felt like they were melting while I was doing all of that for like hours, which, you know, can't be good for the battery, like if the whole phone's that hot. So I probably tortured them compared to how normal people use their phones. And like, this iPhone doesn't even get hot compared to my Pixels. The Pixels are just like kind of, you know, space heaters as far as phones are concerned. And the Pixel 6 worked fine, and I got a Pixel 7. My Pixel 7 still had plenty of battery. The only reason I got a Pixel 9 is because US Mobile were selling them for $250. And they had way better, like I have 3 connections, cellular connections, and I only had 2 devices with like good modems that I could, like, one of them's a tablet plan, and I can't use the phone plans on that. So I only had one good phone, so I only got the Pixel 9 because it was $250, and literally the cheapest way I could get a modem that worked that well in the form factor of a phone like that small, and it works way, way, way better than my Pixel 7 modem. Like, I've streamed at multiple places where having that phone made a big difference since I've had it, because I got it like July. That's the only reason I got it. Most of the time I try to just not buy phones until they need a new battery, and then instead of spending $100 on a battery or something, I'll just buy a new phone. But that was like $250 was too good when I needed a better modem anyways. Wait, you said you got a Pixel 4a for free the other day? Nice. I mean, that's like, are you gonna use it? I assume 4As are like really, really slow now. So anyways, I could see my iPhone lasting for 5 or 6 years, because I think the last time I looked, it still said it had 100% battery capacity left after using it for 9 months, which it gets pretty hot sometimes when I'm streaming, but most of the time I have it plugged up to a battery pack, so I don't really use its battery much. So, maybe my phones die fast because I buy space heater Android phones, aka Pixels. Nice. Yeah, it'd be useful for stuff like that. Wait, Ari, do you have an iPhone also? If yours lasts 5 or 6 years? I'm trying to decide if this is an iPhone batteries just last way longer than Pixels or Android phones, or if it's, because my iPhone does seem built better, at least than my, well, I don't know, it's way less buggy than my Pixels. But I've never had I hadn't had an Android phone that wasn't a Pixel or a Nexus in a very, very, very long time. Because I had oh no, I did have that one Motorola phone. Okay, so yeah, I had a Nexus 6, and then I got a Motorola phone, and I used it. It was the creepiest. I used it until the battery swelled up and split the phone open. And it had gotten where the battery wouldn't hardly stay charged for more than like an hour or two. And I had pretty much figured out I needed a new battery or phone. And then I like picked it up one day, reached down to pick it up, and I see that the screen is popped off. Where the battery had just been sitting there charging, and I guess that was finally the time where it charged and the battery swelled up so much that it split the phone open. So I definitely got rid of that. It was a piece of garbage, hardware wise. The USB port had also worn out in it, where like the wires wouldn't stay plugged in hardly. You had to just like stick one in there and like just get it to connect, and then hope it stayed like that where it would charge. And then I got a Pixel 2. That's what I figured for an iPhone, because they do seem to last a long time hardware wise. But you said nope, it's an Android. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I buy bad Androids. Or maybe it's, like I said, the door dashing and them feeling like, you know, if you use your phone hours a day and it gets so hot, we'll be using it hours straight that it's, you know, feels like a space heater, then it's probably going to die faster. You know, maybe you don't do that. Oh, have I gone by the giant sequoias yet? I wasn't paying attention. I was kind of like looking over this way and stuff. This is the road that had the giant sequoias on it. Yeah, I tried to, after that Motorola phone, the battery swelled up and split the phone open. Ever since then, I've been trying to take care of phone batteries. Because I only had that phone for like 2 years. I actually don't even know if I had it for 2 years. I think it was actually less than 2 years. Like, it was a really bad phone. But yeah. Oh, there's a car coming down here. Oh, it's a security guard. Oh, really? Did it swell up and split the phone open? Oh, dang. I've never had that happen other than that one Motorola phone. Oh, I'm back. The visitor center. I walked a little further than I meant to. So I was trying to head back pretty fast. Oh, I need to get my other phone out of my pocket, or out of my backpack. And then I guess I should find someone to raid and go ahead and stop so I can head. Actually, dang. Yeah, I thought you pretty much got a new iPhone because you're. So I was thinking about I could keep going because it. You streamline driving across the floating bridge, which would probably be cool to see and stuff, and you can see the mountains right from there and everything. But trying to think of some convenient place to stop on the other side, someplace. Oh, the party or whatever is still going on. Closed for private event. Well, they have like, it looks like a 5-course meal, like type of dinner, kind of like nice tables with white tablecloths on them, like set up, and everybody sitting around eating with suits on and everything. So it looks like a wedding type thing or something. It doesn't. It looks like families. Like it does. Kind of to me, it didn't look like it was a business type thing. So it looks like it's maybe a wedding or something. I guess you can rent that and have events. So that's cool. Cool. Fitbit said I have walked 16,000 steps today, so that's pretty good. I do too. I'm hungry. I don't know about 5 courses. That's a lot of food. But I am hungry. Man, I also want coffee. Oh wait, Ari, I have something to tell you about coffee. Since you've commented before about my extreme coffee habits, drinking coffee before bed. Hello, how's it going? I just got back to the car, so it's probably pretty close to the end of the stream, but welcome. Anyways, yesterday I picked her all up from work, and she wanted to get some exercise. So we stopped on the way home at an arcade so she could play Step Mania or DDR or something. Anyways, I was like really tired by then and decided I wanted coffee. She went into the coffee shop and ordered the coffee for me and just asked them for a large. Well, this coffee shop, the larges are 24 ounces. I've never gotten a 24-ounce latte, but yesterday I did. So I get this 24-ounce latte and drank the whole thing. And I kind of drank on it for a couple hours. No, she only played a little bit. But anyways, it took me so long to drink it. I didn't finish drinking it until like 9 p.m. So I drank a 24-ounce latte by 9 p.m. It worked. I went from feeling kind of tired to feeling very good and wide awake and not tired at all. But should be. Oh, what? Because everybody's a dang coffee addict like me. But anyways, I drank it. I got that about 8 and drank on it for like an hour, a 24-ounce latte. No, that's the crazy thing. I actually drank it in like an hour or an hour and a half, not 8 hours. Because I was worried about it keeping me awake. But anyways, I drank this 24-ounce latte, the largest latte I've ever drunk.
Video mode.
And then 3 hours later, I was ready to go to sleep. So that's how used to caffeine I am. Like, I'm in the literal caffeine addict. Like, it doesn't even hype me up anymore. Like, I can go drink a 24-ounce latte and then 3 hours later just, like, you know, be sleepy enough to go to sleep. So I wasn't sure. I was a little worried last night that I wouldn't be able to go to sleep after that. So I learned last night that caffeine affects me even less than I thought it did. So, you know, I just yeah, I was just wanting to say that I'm worse off than I believed. Quite a bit worse off. You should drink 2 32-ounce French press coffees a day. My gosh, that is a lot of coffee. Oh yeah, I was like, what doing this backpack? I was trying to get my phone out. Alright. Yeah, thanks for watching. I hope... Oh, you said it's been fun? Cool. I'm glad it was fun. I was about to say I hope it was fun, and then I'm like, wait, you just said it was fun. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and raid someone here and stop, because it's getting dark, and I'm kind of leaving late for picking her up, and I don't really want to stop on the way and then stream someplace. And I don't want to just drive up to her place of employment streaming and, you know, it's close to doxing her, maybe. Yeah, I hope everyone had a nice time. And I hope you all have a nice rest of your nights or days. It was fun. It was some good exercise for my legs. What are you doing? My phone won't open the... Why won't it even open the Twitch app? The heck? Well, I just glitched my phone out somehow, and... Oh, okay. The main screen, the shortcuts, none of them work. It just normal pixel stuff. I downloaded an update last week with a new UI, which I like way more than new Android 16 UI. I think it's 16, but it's horribly buggy. Horribly buggy. Like, stuff just like... Half the time, stuff just doesn't work. But I like how it looks a lot more. This is just the first time I had that bug where none of the shortcuts worked. Alright, I'm gonna raid Syria. So anyways, yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you liked it. Cecilia, Mochichi, Mr. Winnie Cat, Chicken, Airy, anyone else that's here. I hope you all have a nice rest of your day and everything. And I'll see you all later, whenever next time I stream. Which I'm not sure. Maybe by Monday or Tuesday if I don't before then. But yeah, whenever, I don't have a countdown, so I'm not sure when the raid is starting. But whenever it starts, it should be soon. But I'll see y'all later. Bye. Wait, really? Oh, I see. Right now I'm gonna go on 520 across the lake, so that should be fine. I'm kind of worried about going south after that, though. Hydrate. All right. Thank you, Ezza. I do need to hydrate. I've only drank a tiny bit of water this entire stream. I actually do